Hello everyone. I thought it was time to do a flip through of my most recent book. A little bit of background, I never got around to getting a video up for this, but I actually started doing a Fauxbonichi back in April, this book. I used a Moleskine book, and I was doing it 2 pages at a time, and just you can see I left it open at the tops, and I was using washi tape on the edges, so I have this nice thick little book. I am going to do a proper flip through of this at some point, but I wanted to show you briefly like the kind of layout that I was doing so you can see what I'm doing in the new book now instead. So just as an example of a couple of pages. So this was the kind of spread I was doing where I've got my dates, my little weather block. I have a Fitbit, so I was keeping track of my steps every day. And I was doing little art blocks in it. So in the art blocks I was doing pretty much anything I felt like. These ones, like this one was mostly stamps and a bit of watercolor with some stickers. This one was acrylic paints. These ones I did with my Copic markers. So you can see I was just playing around with different things, just kind of trying to expand my art skills, I guess. So just playing around in them. So I was doing one of those for every day, and then I had this little section where I was either doing the 365 questions prompts or the lister's got a list, and then a little box for thanks at the bottom. So this was the kind of format that I was doing. And I kept this book for April, May, and June. So I changed it up a little bit for the new book, my Welcome to Big City Life. This book I did with the Shimelle Starshine collection. You remember I did a little showcase of that collection a while ago, and I was so excited to get it. The reason I really wanted this collection is at the end of June, beginning of July, my boyfriend and I actually moved to Toronto from Halifax. So that's the big city life, where we are moving to a much bigger town. So I loved this collection for its kind of exploration and big adventure theme. It just worked really well for the move. So this is the book I made, obviously. Did the coil binding on this one, made this one from scratch using the collection. So the general format for this is that I'll have 2 or 3 pages of just plain sheets to do my journaling, and then I'll have a page of the patterned paper to do little photo layouts. I took a lot of the format. I borrowed this from my sister, Jackie Q. She does flip throughs of these kinds of books. You'll see them on her page if you follow her as well. So I kept the same kind of headings I had in my previous Fauxbonichi with the dates, the weather, and my steps, but I got rid of the art blocks. I had actually been finding them kind of limiting by the end of that book. Like, they were fun for a month or two, but after 3 months I'd kind of run out of things I could do in like a 2-inch square space. So I wanted to play around with the full page layouts, which is what Jackie had been doing in her books. So that's why I adopted it. You may hear her crafting in the background. I'm over at her place. So yeah, let's do a little flip through. I just got the month of July done. I was very behind because of course we did just move, and in the process of that I ended up about 2 weeks behind on my journaling and then trying to catch up all the scrappy pages. So July is all done, so I want to show it to you. So yeah, the book, I did this with the cover is just I think I just used a cereal box actually, and covered it with paper. It was a beautiful 12 by 12 sheet with like the big moon in the city, and I couldn't figure out how to use it, so this was actually Jackie's idea to use half of it for the front and half of it for the back. Good idea, Jackie.
I'm so smart.
So yeah, like I said, we're moving to the big city, so I wanted to kind of highlight that. It's a little bit hard to see, but I bought the acrylic shapes that go with this collection. I hadn't been sure how to use them at first, but they actually look really good. They have a kind of a subtle effect. I don't know if it really comes across in the video, but they give that little subtle effect on it. So they were really fun on the cover. These were just some like dollar store alphas, and this was a set of white thickers that I had that just worked really well. Little sticker from the collection along the bottom, and covered with contact paper to make it shiny and wipeable if I get stuff on it. And same thing with the back cover. You can see it's got that shine to it. And then bound it with my cinch. think I used a 1.2 inch, 1.25 inch binding. Inside, I actually intend to do something with this. I just haven't really figured out what to do with the inside cover yet. But the first page, this is a 2-month book. I've got July, and it will have room for August. So just kind of a cover page for July. This is a Heidi swap. Supposed to be like a gold and silver foil transfer, but I had these teal glitter sheets from Martha Stewart that went really well with the collection, so I used that instead. Just outlined it for the journal every day. These are thickers that come with the collection, the marquee ones. So again, just thought that was really pretty. So yeah, I just started playing around. I mean, obviously you've got my whole life spread out on the pages, hopefully not too much embarrassing in there. Tried to go through it. But I just started playing around with the art. So here I did like a bit of watercolors. You can see on every page I did the washi tape on the inside. I tried to pick washies that match the collection. And then every page I'm either drawing things on it, stamping things, or using, like in these cases, this is cutouts from the collection with a bit of watercolor. Again, some watercolor and markers. This is the collection. Again, if you look at my video through the collection, it's got a notepad with a little roller stamp for different sayings, so I use that here just to put a little list of stuff that we did. This is a stamp. They've got these at Michael's. I think it's Hampton Arts. They've got a whole series of these coloring stamps that are just beautiful. So Jackie and I each got some of those, and I used one. This was just a page about, you know, us moving in, so I like the little house for the home sweet home. And this collection has a lot of little luggage type tags, so I've been enjoying using them just for like little list things. First scrappy page, a nice picture of the view from our balcony at night. My boyfriend and my brother-in-law, after helping move everything into the apartment, they worked so hard. So they are 100% awesome. I actually live in the same building now with my sister and my brother-in-law, so it's very cool. This one I just used some little strips of leftover paper and one of the die cuts from the collection. This is actually the rub-on pens that come with it. Occasionally I just throw those in for little accents. I had this great picture of Steve I wanted to use, but not really a spot to use it, so I took one of the journaling cards from the collection and just added it in. I just kind of made a little divider and cut it so I could flip it in there. This is a chipboard frame from the collection. This is actually a Heidi swap sticker that I had. Little accents from the collection, just because I like the picture of them. This one I actually used a stencil from, I don't know, I think it was a Heidi swap stencil, but I'm not sure. And I used my distress inks and just kind of dabbed certain parts of it with the right colors to get that effect. We had a big bird adventure that day, so I wanted a big picture of the bird. Again, one of those little notepad sheets that I just did some background with the distress inks there. Photo picture of, again, our bird adventure. These are thickers from the collection, the teal. I just love them. All these pages, the scrappy pages, are all from the collection. I did not bring any other papers in, but a lot of the washi tapes are just things that I had, and I do later in the book. At the beginning I was using like stickers and every cutout I could get. This alpha is from the collection. This is one of my first listers, got a list page. These are all varied through the book because I was just playing around with things. Started bringing some other elements. This is actually a sticker from a different Shimelle set. I can't remember the name of the set, but it's an older one that the colors happen to match this very well, as well as the themes. So I've used a lot of them in this book. So this page, we actually had so much going on that day, I added these two little inserts, same as I did the first one. So this is the main page. We went to the aquarium and a Jays game, so the Rays and Jays. And they had this sign at the aquarium about taking your shark selfie. So Jackie and I both did this. You'll see a shark selfie in her videos as well. And so there's my shark in the background, just me. And then a cute one of Steve and I at the ball game. You may not be able to see it here, but this moon journaling card, let me get it in the frame here. I painted the moon with a Wink of Stella pen. So it's very subtle, but it's pretty. I recommend them. So again, just various elements. So I was playing with some stamps in the background. This is a Heidi Swap sticker, and these are both from the collection. I've been trying to practice some hand lettering. I just recently got a Sakura pen for that, trying it out. This day I had a bunch of biking and my Fitbit steps, so I decided to use a big tag for it instead. Picture of us out biking. We had a nice adventure, saw some raccoons, very fun. This is a, Jackie and I recently got a big grab bag order from Peachy Cheap, couldn't remember the name, and it had this big thing of buttons, and some of them were bikes, so I thought it fit in well with my biking page, so threw that in there. Little stamp, again, stamps in the background, hard to see. This is one of the stamps from the actual collection, a little hot air balloon with some flowers. So again, just trying to pick things that are, you know, this had the little vintage airplane, so I thought the hot air balloons fit in well there. And I've been trying to pick stickers and elements that relate to the days I'm having. This one was fun. Learning that navy blue is maybe a little bit dark to do my distress inking in. This page was so fun. This is from the actual, they keep these on the subways here. They have this subway and transit map that's got this beautiful artwork on the cover, and I had grabbed one on like our first subway trip here and was trying to find a place to use it. So this page came out so busy and noisy and colorful, but I love it. Because again, we'd gone downtown. This is that Marquee Alpha again, and I just love it. And since this page had every color in the collection, it just seemed a really good place to use colorful elements. So there's my second Lister's Got a List page, so you can see I'm doing them a week at a time. I have to say I've been doing the Lister's Got a List, but I'm not really enjoying it. I don't think you're going to see it in my next book. I just find a lot of them either just not really relevant to my life or a little bit repetitive.
They're better this month, though.
They are better this month, that's right. But in July, I found it was like 3 different times asking me what kind of vacation I wanted to take. This is one of those stickers from the Shimelle collection that's older, but kind of goes with this. I was meeting some friends from Halifax for coffee, so I thought a big coffee mug was adorable. And this is pictures of me out with them, so that was very fun. Another thing I'm finding, again, I think I'm going to change up how I'm doing things. I'm not finding I either have too much space to write or not enough, or I have too many scrap pages or not enough. So I've had some spaces where I wish I had more, like the one for the aquarium where I had to add pages in. Then I've got pages like this where I'm writing for days, and I don't think, you know, I didn't really have enough room. So I think next time I'm going to try something a little more flexible for pages, but it's been a good exercise. This one I really like with the stars. This is a big stencil I had that I did all down the side. Went for a lovely lunch. It's hard to see, but that is a Stranger Things logo. It's a new show on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it. It's very good. So you can see, like, I do sometimes get the big spreads where it's just 2 pages with no scrappy pages. So those ones, I've been trying to make them cohesive. Jackie does a better job of this. She's my scrapbooking idol. But but trying to keep the same colors. You know, I've got the teal and the pink over here, so I try to keep the teal and the pink over here. Another Lister's Got a List page. This one again, I think it's a little bit messy, but I'm having fun with them. I like doing them with these banners. I ended up doing the banners because I actually messed up when I was making the book. I was drawing these lines for all my pages, and I drew them on the Lister's Got a List pages too without really thinking about it. So that's what started with these banners to cover up the mess I'd made. But I've actually found that I like them that way. So it's working out well. Another scrappy page, all the fun stuff that we've been getting into, and we had a big order from scrapbook.com. Again, we've got haul videos for that. Just pictures of one of my kittens because I'm a cat lady and I can't deny it. This is one of the tapes from the actual collection. So we went to a movie that day, so obviously that was a good choice. This was one of those days where I had actually too much to write, so I added this little, this is one of the journaling cards from the collection, and just used it to write a little bit more on the back of it. But again, it kind of, on something like this, it kind of breaks up that big 2 pages of text. Another fun day outside. It's the boys playing frisbee out in the park nearby. We tried this new VIP lounge experience at the movies, so wanted to put a picture of like the little lounge they have in there and my meals. That was fun. A few other little elements here. Actually, these gold ones and this alpha are actually a We Are Memory Keepers sticker set. So I've started bringing in more elements because I don't want to use up everything. I've still got a ton of paper from this collection, so I need to make a whole other book at some point. One of the journaling cards, sorry, don't mind the stickers, just blocking out some personal stuff. Used a little stamp I had there because it was Steve's birthday. We finally had a rainy day. Like, it's barely rained. I've been here almost 2 months and we've had like 2 days of rain the whole time.
And it was 41 degrees when it rained. That's
yeah,
Celsius.
it was awful. 41 degrees Celsius. So I think that's like 95.
I don't know,
or something like that.
By
yeah,
like 6 or 7 degrees.
It's way too hot. It's been like a heat warning for the entire time we've been here, and this is not a thing that happens in Nova Scotia. It has been so hot here. A lot of my pages, if you're bothering to read any of them, will be like, oh my god, it was so hot today.
I'm actually journaling about it right now. Karen's filming.
It's true. Yeah, so on this particular hot day, it was Steve's birthday, so we went out. So I used my little stickers to make a birthday boy banner. We went to this place called the Red Bench that makes like made-to-order gourmet ice cream sandwiches. It was amazing. Cannot recommend it enough. This one I've actually used. This is a rub-on from the Recollections boho collection. A lot of the colors happen to match this book. So this is one of those pages where I was actually starting to use elements from outside the collection. So that's the boho. This is a Mambi sticker. These are some rub-ons from another Shimelle set that doesn't belong to this particular collection but matches. I really like this listers page. I was very happy with it. The letters I did all with stamps. These backgrounds I did with gelatos just to give it a bit of color there, and then the rub-on tapes from the collection. This cutout, and there's some other ones I've used, are actually from an Amy Tangerine set that I bought at Winners ages ago. I can't remember the name of the collection, but again, matches really well. I've been having some cooking adventures, so I was just documenting one of the things that I'd made with Jackie. And Sweet Jesus is an ice cream place we went to here that makes massive ice creams. I liked it more than anyone else did. Jackie's making a face right now.
It tasted like frozen butter.
Which I thought was delicious. This is actually, it's the big die cut washi tape from the collection, but in the form it comes in, it's got this huge, it's like 1.5 inches wide, it's got this huge border, and I really didn't like it, but when I cut the border off it, it becomes quite pretty, so that's what I've started doing with it when I use it. This was one of our other rare days of rain, so again, using all sorts of umbrellas. Love an excuse to use them. This is the last Lister's Got a List page, I think. Yeah. So this one I was doing I just did block letters with a white gel pen, and there's, you might be able to see it, there's a little bit of silver on there too. I kind of outlined them in the silver. Again, the colors I did with gelatos, just watered them down, so a green and a blue one to kind of go with the tape here. Lovely picture of the night skies here. This was when we'd been here a month, so I used the little moon sticker to, or not sticker, but strip to kind of indicate the passing of a month. Enamel dots. Everybody loves their dots. And then we start getting into August. Obviously, I'm not done that yet, so I'll do another flip through then. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. Haven't been doing a lot of videos, but I promise I'm scrapbooking, and I'll try and show you the rest of this when August is done. Thanks for watching.